pizza hour.
Hello. You could have made a pizza, but we're streaming now. Hello, and welcome to this Final Boss Fight live stream of D&D. Not Sean and Amy make a pizza.
Meh.
Rogue Trader says, hello. I had a pizza. I had a pizza yesterday.
I had very spicy noodles.
To Rogue, I would like to say, where's mine?
Yeah. I'm John, and I am joined to play D&D tonight by Amy.
Hello, no pizza with me.
Rogue says it's in the post.
Oh, thanks.
Richard is here.
Hello.
Sean is here.
Aldo!
Tanny is there. And Sean is over there.
Indeed, I do be.
And Jeff will be over there shortly.
It's lies, you will never be there.
Well, fingers crossed he'll be there in about half an hour or so. And we're here to play D&D. Last time, you guys travelled back home from the Feywild after a small family reunion. Yay, reunion.
Yeah.
You managed to defeat the Avatar of Dusk, and Dawn has taken an amount of Dusk's power in a cloche away for reasons I'm sure he has them.
Safekeeping.
Yeah. You travelled back home with Moss's memories more intact than they had been, and arrived home to find that most of your memories went walkabout.
Bye.
Moss, coincidentally, and Carrion being the only members of the group to not lose their memories on leaving the Feywild.
Because we're awesome.
With Carrion casting the Remove Curse spell with 2 of his remaining spell slots, you restored the memories of Cherish and, was it AJ?
Yeah.
Yes, because me and AJ got into an argument because he didn't believe he lost the K-healing competition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Promising that the following day when your spell power recovered, you would grant the memories back to Snicket and to Dax.
Yeah.
You, after mere seconds after leaving the tavern, you returned to the Northlook Tavern for more breakfast, now for you guys somewhat closer to dinner time, and went back to bed for the time being.
Yep. All the good timey-wimey shit.
And so, after a rest, and possibly slightly more of a rest as you spend the day and the night to have the day again ahead of you, what is it you'd like to do during this restful time? Is there anything you want to get done?
So, what setting are we in, sorry?
You are back in Bryn Shandar. You are spending a day and night at the Northlook Tavern.
I will apologise to Carrion for not believing him.
Well, say it then.
Carrion, I am sorry I didn't believe you. It appears that some benefit from cake more than others. Winks.
You have something in your eye or something?
So, when are you going to have an honest conversation with Moss?
I want to imagine that he's just drinking a cup of milk at the time. What?
Lost from across the room. Carrion, are you okay?
I'm fine, how are you?
The barkeep comes out and starts mopping.
As he drips with milk. What do you mean? I didn't mean...
Well, I would give you some more money for another cake day, but it appears by overriding the character sheet, all of my money is now gone. And I can't remember how much.
Oops.
I expect compensation, God.
1 second.
I know what I'm checking now.
Please hold while John figures out where the fuck JJ's gold went.
It's me,
Yep.
JJ.
Oh, my money's gone as well.
Oh no, we've been robbed.
You should have been. You should have been looking at your pockets.
I should have. I'm sorry.
I didn't know that leaving the Feywild robbed you as well of earthly possessions, but memories.
Just going to lean in and go, oh my god, still there because I did it myself, bitch.
AJ, you have
Yes.
531 gold and 29 silver.
531, 29 silver. Thank you.
And 1 electrum,
I hope not.
which you will never get rid of for the rest of your day.
That's very
Dax. Oh, God. Dax, you have 21 platinum, 400 gold, 533 silver, 167 copper.
Oh yeah, because I bought the ribbon maker drum.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
Goodness gracious me.
What the fuck, mate?
So how much was all that, John?
21 platinum,
Mm-hmm.
400 gold,
Mm-hmm.
533 silver, 167 copper.
Yeah. Thank you.
Anyone else penniless?
I gotta check myself.
Before you wreck yourself.
I know, right? No, my money.
My money don't jiggle jiggle.
No, it doesn't. That's the problem.
It don't jiggle jiggle, it's gone. Cherish, you have 45 gold and 32 silver.
I've got it. No, silver.
I'm goo.
I can't. So, yeah. You were.
So,
Anyways, sorry.
Suddenly your pockets feel fuller.
Sorry, as I was saying, I feel Moss seems to be in a better situation. Mayhaps she'd be more open to a discussion like that. But I do understand if you're not in a better situation. Because it has become very much apparent over the past few days that we've all had situations.
I mean, I kind of conspiratorially leans closer to AJ. I don't know whether I can until I tell her the thing I told you.
Oh.
I don't know whether it's best to tell her that first, or tell her that before, or tell her that during.
Well, didn't change my opinion of you. So,
That's you, and you're all cool and stuff. And I mean, I'm not saying that she isn't cool. I'm not saying that she isn't, but yeah, I'm just saying that she might be she might not like that. And
well, let's put it this way. I'm not going to say me telling you all what was actually happening with me has made me better, because if anything, it's made things a lot rawer. But I think I'm getting somewhere. So, yeah, maybe honesty is the best policy. And then he just suddenly does a quick 180. But what would I know? I mean, I've never even kissed anyone. I'm sure if I did, I'd take their eye out.
I mean, if you were careful, you'd probably be all right. I mean, maybe they'd have to kiss you. I don't quite know how it would work with a beak.
Exactly. Why do you think I haven't tried?
Well, just like as long as you're careful, you could smooch someone. I don't know.
Well, maybe I'll learn when you smooch us.
Blow.
Anyways, have a think about it. Good night. Just walks off.
The bartender pulls back the milk that he was going to set down in front of Carrion as he glows like a light blue, and then just carefully puts the milk down. Just try not to cover everything in this one.
I'm sorry.
He carries his mop back behind the bar. Goes back to polishing a glass.
Takes a sip of milk. I was half expecting someone to be half expecting someone come up behind him.
Wow.
Tanny is now orbiting.
No.
Is there anything else anyone would like to do during the rest time?
I can't.
Moss is looking over her bow and sort of she'll do some practice shots with it and just settling back into that bow. And I assume therefore also attuning to it?
Yes.
Snazzy.
It feels familiar. It's good to have it back.
Yeah, she's just kind of reminding herself where all of the different leaves and things are carved into it, and is quite happily just sat sort of chilling with it, straightening out some arrows that maybe some of the older arrows, things like that.
It explodes now.
It might indeed.
The following day rolls around.
There was a couple of things I would like to do, if that's all right.
Okay.
Yes. First of all, I'm gonna, while we're in the tavern, I'm just gonna be playing all those instruments that I've always had, but just never really mentioned, like my lyre and my lute.
Just suddenly, Dax sits on the table. Here's Wonderwall. No!
Hey, that's uncalled for. I've met with many things. I'm not an oasis.
I would never Wonderwall a room.
But also, I am going to, for the first time in any game ever, I think this is, cast Find Familiar. And give myself familiar.
Oh my god!
I should really cast Find Familiar at some point. I've got it.
What does Dax's familiar look like?
Himself.
I think it's smaller. An Arctic fox.
Okay.
Yes! I love Arctic foxes.
and it's just sort of I don't know, milling around. I'm just sort of trying it out, seeing what it can do, and giving it instructions telepathically, which I think is how that works.
Yes.
But yes, and at some point I do want to talk to Moss and just say, so this is your bow that you know how this is what you used to have.
Yeah.
So how did Terrace's sister get it?
I think I dropped it on the way through when I came back here, or maybe I left it behind. No, I did have it with me. I dropped it in this in the fog, and I couldn't find it, and then found myself in the snow.
I just thought that was a powerful item.
Yeah. I was just so disorientated that yeah, I dropped it, but she's back now.
It just seems a coincidence that someone else who then attacked us would have picked it up.
Maybe she was, I don't know, given it? The Fae surely have got whatever powers they need to mess around with all sorts of other things. It would make sense that maybe...
Just trying to work out what's caused all these, you disappearing and replaying different places, your memory going. Definitely sounds like someone's just not messing with you out of like a petty reason, but someone manipulating things against you, like specifically against you.
I do wonder the same. I can't, from the memories I've got, I can't think of anyone that I crossed paths with, but I mean, as we've seen with Cherish and the taking the cupcake, it doesn't appear to require all that much to wind up the Fae.
I think Dax has just taken practice shots of his bow as well, alongside Moss when she's doing that.
I do wonder whether maybe could it have been that she was lost, that I was lost on purpose? Like, was there, I don't know, they like deals and games and...
Well, like, it happened in once to just be like Princess Faye or Princess whoever, but for it to keep happening.
Yeah. I don't know, it's hard.
We're practicing. Or we just in the tavern firing at the door forward? I really hope we are.
Yes. The dartboard doesn't know what's about to hit it.
No. No, the serving staff won't.
Dax, what is your fox called?
Oh, it doesn't have a name. I mean, it's going to cease to exist at the end of the day.
Foxington.
I swear to God.
No.
His name.
I haven't decided on a name yet.
Foxy.
I suspect it probably will be an idea to come up with a name before a name is foisted upon it by some people.
Name Cecil P. Foxworth III.
I'm going to call it.
Ow! Great name!
Chat is suggesting Mittens or Go Fox Yourself.
Well, these people clearly don't know me at all. I'm unfamiliar with who said that, but neither one of them.
Rogue has suggested Mittens. Flagelkroffel has suggested Go Fox Yourself.
I don't like pun names. Apart from the Icebreakers. Apart from that.
Fitzgerald.
I'm going to go for Hunter.
Okay.
I like that.
You should now have control over the little fox that is next to you on the screen.
Oh my god, that's brilliant.
That is Hunter the fox.
My understanding is with this one, DM, that it's like, unlike other find familiar spells where they hang about until they die, mine vanishes at the end of every day.
If you use it as a use of your wild shape, it will disappear at the end of the day.
Oh, but if I cast it as like a normal spell.
If you cast it as a normal spell, it will take on the effects of a normal spell.
Oh, okay. Right, that's great. Right, there we go. Got a name in them.
Even if you cast it with your wild shape, each time you cast it, it is the same creature that comes back. Your familiar is always your familiar.
Good to know.
You can, of course, also cast the spell again to change the form of your familiar.
Mm-hmm. Make it an octopus or whatever.
Yes. As the situation requires.
Every situation requires an octopus.
Does that mean you can be like giant spider bros?
I don't think, no, it has to have a certain...
regular sized spider bros.
Yeah, we both... Or I could be giant spider, it could be little spider.
Yeah.
And, you know that would be a possibility.
Rogue is commiserating Hunter for the day when one day he's fluffy, the next day he's all tentacles.
Mm-hmm. Hunter is a working dog, a working fox. It's got a job to do. It's not just, messing around. It's not a pet.
Hunter comes and nuzzles your leg.
That's going in the performance review of day one.
He's holding a lead in his mouth. He wants walkies.
Never ever going to get them.
As soon as Moss meets this adorable fox, she's just going to sit herself straight on the floor and be like, oh, you're so cute.
You may treat him as a working dog. None of the rest of us are.
My telepathic instructions are not to respond to the petty flattery of sentient creatures and just remain gone and professional.
She's just sat cross-legged on the floor with like her elbows propped up against her legs and hands on her chin, and she's just like just taking him in because he's so cute.
Hunter is trying really hard to follow your command.
If anything, Richard, is that Father Boss Fight knows how to take care of our pets.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be loving our pets.
Never playing a game I run, sorry, because pets get no special
I'll keep that in mind with you, Richard. I'll keep that in mind with you. No pets in your game.
As the following day rolls around,
No.
and your rest in Northlook Tavern comes towards an end.
Don't know why I was expecting you to say North Carolina, but
What
fuck.
is your group's next course of action?
Complete
we
180, we're going to try and take over the Icewind Dales.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Also the lab.
Nick is not interested in the lab.
But the lab.
I feel it's depending upon if Snicket would decide to do it. It's his thing.
I mean, he seems very clear on the matter that he actively doesn't want to investigate it.
Fair point.
In which case, we have main questline story?
Think so.
We have the end game. Because once
Yeah.
we can't go back.
But first things first, can we all hang out with Karen's mum again?
Yes.
Because
I'm very upset no one wants to hang out with Dax's mum. I'm really...
Sorry. But
Moss doesn't know whether she wants to meet them or not.
No.
it is intriguing.
Terrifying.
Sorry, Dax. My mom's just better than you.
If anything, Churchill Torres speaks up, at least you don't have to meet my mum, guys. You don't want to.
I'm sure we will. Anyway.
Karen, please don't. I'd rather just meet your mum and be happy with it. Your mum's awesome.
If this is being said like out loud, like at like the breakfast table, saying like wanting to meet Carrion's mum again, Carrion will be very confused.
Would you saying it because she's really delightful to meet?
Oh, well,
I was just thinking about her recently. I don't know why, but
well, I can ask if she wants to come. I don't know if she might be busy, but I can ask.
If that's possible, like that'd be just have something nice to do before we have to go to the big bit.
Okay.
It's up to you. No pressure. No pressure.
It's not up to me. It's up to her. She's like, if she wants to come, she can. But yeah, it's like there's all the stuffs to just and yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know you were trying to get into some sort of weird rapping.
Hi, Mother. The group would like to see you again. Obviously, I would too. Sorry if I came across as I didn't want to, but that's it.
But
A couple of seconds pass, as does a few minutes of this ad break.
Have you been attacked by a velociraptor at work?
Is
Have
everything...
the others got their memories back?
yeah.
Are we at that point?
we would have passed the long rest that Carrion needed to do it.
All right. So yeah, okay. So no, they won't.
Is everything okay? Is it an emergency or a social call?
So, responding again. Hang on. Because I know this is the wording on this has changed a little bit, so I don't know if it's like we have full conversation. I take it you probably can't. You got to keep using spells, but.
I think the biggest change to it is you can be blocked.
I can be blocked. If Mumsy doesn't want to be talked to, she can just go, no.
This call? No, sod off.
That's a new section of the spell. Upon receiving a message from you, a creature can block your ability to reach it again for 8 hours. If you try to send another message during that time, you learn that you are blocked and the spell fails.
Nice. I like to see how that goes.
So
I believe you try it. It goes boo-doo-doo-doo. The number you have dialed has blocked you.
The number you have dialed is currently unavailable.
So another one. So what did she say? I forgot already.
Basically, is it an emergency or a social call?
It's just a social call. Just a social call. Although I might need you, as Think might need to tell group something.
Hey, we don't know who's saying that.
No, we don't hear anything.
We just see him counting on his fingers.
Yeah.
But that would be a common sight for people here.
Yeah.
You can hear the relief in her voice as you get the message. Okay. I'm not busy today. Where are you?
She says, being incredibly busy.
They may be busy, but they're never busy for their child.
Prepare a landing spot.
Prepare a landing spot. Fuck.
Remember the landing spot?
Too late, she crashes to the roof.
We are at, is it the Northlook in Bryn Shandar? I'll quickly clear some room. and just gets up and starts shoving tables out the way.
Wait, what's going on? What's going on? Do you need help?
Fuck it. Someone's the invisible servant as well. I think the tables start moving along on their own. Where's my invisible servant? Unseen servant, even. Fuck it. The unseen servant moves even slower than he does, though, because obviously he can't move stuff as heavy.
I see a table trying to pick it one edge up, and it's not quite managing, so I'll just go pick up the other edge and follow nothing around, holding the other side of the table.
I start moving chairs.
As soon as the space is clear, a sigil.
Oh. I was going to say, I pick up a chair that has AJ on it and take AJ with me.
As soon as the space is clear large enough, a 10-foot by 10-foot sigil sort of doesn't carve itself into the ground, but the glow of the runes and markings just arc over the floor, and in a burst of light and rushing of wind, Mumsy appears.
Run.
We all say at the same time.
Carrion runs over and hugs Mumsy.
Mumsy!
Mumsy hugs you back.
Yeah.
I was really confused for a second then. I thought maybe AJ was about to, make this a dance floor and burst into dance.
Oh, I would like to see that.
Well, we've got the space.
My whole personality isn't just dance.
Can you sing?
But you like dancing.
I do like dancing.
But can you sing?
And
I cannot. Please stop reminding me that I can't sing.
And Mum and Mother hasn't seen you dance.
I haven't.
She just got here. Let her be situated.
Yeah,
That's just going to start playing on his lyre. Just a sort of good tune.
Okay. Just dance.
I start banging on some bowels or something for some noise.
AJ, roll me a performance check with advantage.
Oh God! Can you get back to me in a minute?
Yes.
One.
That's a second.
Holy shit!
No, don't worry. I can do it now. Performance. What performance?
Under P.
Did you say advantage or just normal?
Advantage because you're dancing.
Oh yeah, of course. 24.
It's a great dance.
Yay! I almost feel like better.
Almost like you've
Somehow I
gotten
feel
here.
better at dancing.
Because Mumsy's here.
I have to impress Mumsy.
it's the power of Mumsy.
Did you like it?
Please say you'd
She-
be proud of me, Mumsy.
She, along with a large number of the patrons in the common room at this point in time, which is still fairly early in the day, so it's like the breakfast, the people getting breakfast before work, applaud for the impromptu dance number as nobody had announced that it was happening, but hey, they're here for it. It was a good dance. Well done.
Yay!
We're those people who do those like improv dance troupe things in the middle of someone's like restaurant when they're just trying to do the job, and then they're like, "We're all going to do a dance," and it's like, great.
It's the smallest
Hooray.
flash mob of one Aarakocra and some people playing music.
Why not? I'm glad. What's this? A woman in my life likes what I do? Oh,
Oh,
I
Mumsy.
feel so loved.
you're so nice.
That's very well done.
Thank you. I'm very glad you like it. Not to say that nobody likes my dancing, because I know everybody does, but...
Of course we do.
Yeah.
So how was you?
Well, I had to take a bit of a trek to get home last time, but your pets are situated at home now, Carrion dear.
And Rackberry and
They're
Pudding's all
settling
right?
in nicely. Yes, they've each got a room to themselves for the moment.
Good, good.
How's Sven?
Pulls out Sven.
Oh, I thought he went with her.
No,
That's a fair point.
just been chilling in my bag. Like a villain.
Oh, he is. Yeah, kill a villain.
Yeah, we just came back from the Feywild and everyone was like, it was really cool.
You'll have to tell me all about it. I've never been.
Well, we proceeds to regale the overly excitedly the entire story from Carrion's perspective.
Is he like exaggerated a little bit of the certain things? Like, oh, he ate 100 cupcakes instead of.
He did eat 100 cupcakes.
Mumsy
I don't-
hangs on every word.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's almost like, even though it's in common, it's like when C-3PO is telling the story to the Ewoks and the Jedi.
Yes.
But yeah, he tells everything, every detail, including the fight with Dusk and Cherish's sister, and everything. And then as we came home, and then these guys lost their memory, but I brought it back.
Unfortunately.
Well done. All of you, you've done... You've left this plane of existence. That's something not a lot of people do.
I do.
Most people do it once.
That's a
When they die?
It's not much of a return journey often.
Yes. Yes, Dax. When...
Mm. Have you been to other planes of existence, Carrion's mother?
No. No. I've mostly been at my tower. I mean, it wasn't mine to begin with, but
Have you
I inherited it.
Have you ever thought about traveling at one point, or just staying home?
I wanted to, but then I have responsibilities.
That is a fair point.
Raising Carrion must have been quite a lot of work.
Yes, he was a unexpected gift.
Oh, that's adorable.
He's an unexpected gift to us as well.
Yeah.
He was always a curious child. It's not always easy to deal with.
Curious as in, like, curious of other people, or he was curious himself?
He was curious of the world around him. There were elements of the tower that are not safe, especially for those young people. I had to make sure that he didn't hurt himself or others.
Chief Doctor, Chief Jeff.
And yes, I think I managed that pretty well. He's learnt a lot, and she gestures towards him. And he's making his own way in the world now.
I can safely say that on more than one occasion, most, if not all of us, would be dead if it wasn't for Carrion being there.
Can I say something?
No.
I
You have the
believe
talking stick.
so. I'm probably not going to stop you.
I was gonna say, like, I think you did a great job of raising him. He's the bestest guy I've ever met. Bestest friend I ever met.
That's good to hear.
Just Carrion sitting there blue.
Oh yeah, because he's blushing. I have to remember. He's your blue, he's your red. Oh.
I know he cares about you all deeply.
Yeah.
She looks around to Carrion and obviously can tell, like, knows what glowing blue Carrion means. Has been around him long enough. Is it time for that conversation?
I feel it might be. I think we need to go out of this room, though.
Might help.
Yes, probably not in the common room, you're right. Do you have rooms upstairs?
Yes, we should still.
So, yeah.
Let's go to the largest of those.
Go up there.
It's actually mine and like Cherish's and Moss's. We have the best rooms ever. You just hang out there. Yeah, we got the big red room.
Goes up to.
The thing is that you see that one bed is being used by Cherish, but the other one is like literally like full of hammocks all over because of Moss. That's what I think. But the bed that's there, it's just completely still neatly done because it's not been touched.
Mumsy looks up at the beam that runs across the ceiling and the pillow that's on it. Huh. Curious.
What? I like it up there. It feels safe,
You are a interesting one.
Yeah. I'm beginning to realise that now I've got more memory back.
One day, I'm going to do a fan art of these two, and no one can stop me. Except for Sean and Sean.
Oh, yeah.
Could stop you, but won't.
Carrion's going into the room of Moss and Cherish. I hope. I don't know if other people are or not.
Yeah, I'm in already. I'm on the bed. Get cozied up.
Why do I get the sense that Carrion just doesn't quite know where to put himself because he's in a room that's not his room, it's a lady's room?
Yeah. if there's a window, he is going to go in. He's opening that window, and he is standing near that window to help with the. It's certainly very warm in here.
Mumsy will sit on the completely freshly made bed and gesture for Moss to come and sit with her.
Okay.
I pulled AJ to sit on the bed with me.
Sure.
No, you're not sure. It's like you are being pulled there.
Yeah, well, I sit.
We all cozied up in the blanket.
Aw, that's cute.
I'm going
Carrion.
to stay standing. I'm going to lean against the wall.
Of course you are.
Leaning.
Sweetie, do you want to start?
I think we should kind of start from I don't know where to start.
How much are we telling them today?
I think they kind of need to know everything. I mean, I think I told you already. I'm sorry to everyone else, but I kind of told AJ already.
You did, yeah.
Well, you two are best close friends. It's understandable.
So I'm looking for something up here. I don't believe there's anything we need to kind of go out of our way for. But I'm looking for some knowledge.
What kind of knowledge are you looking for, in a way?
Arcane knowledge.
Okay.
And I feel it's about time I told you about it. Because I feel I've just been feeling guilty about not telling you for a long time, and I was just scared.
Sean.
Yeah.
As a quick above table question, and you can message me the answer. How much does Mumsy know about the 3 skulls?
Please hold.
I forgot about the 3 skulls. I have drawn them on them. What's their names again? I know there's a Larry.
Okay.
And the names. Hold on. Notes.
I've been waiting for this conversation for the beginning of this campaign. I'm desperate to know what's going on with Carrion.
You see him scraping at the police, and he's like, "Give me some knowledge. Give me the answers."
Steve, Jarvis, and Larry are the skulls.
Steve, Jarvis, and Larry. Okay, I knew the Larry one was real. I knew the Larry one was one of them.
So I can't remember, where did I get to? I'm looking for something, and it kind of explains why I kind of defied everyone when we met the simulacrum of that Red Wizard of Thay.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I'm seeking knowledge about necromancy. What
Oh,
Yes.
I assumed you were a necromancer all along.
Oh,
I,
we didn't know that. I didn't know that. Oh, you'd see that Cherish's face is like, dude, I fucking knew all along. You
Yeah.
fine.
I think, dear, they probably noticed that.
I know.
You
I
might
mean-
want to.
It wasn't obvious that we help you collect skulls and bones, right?
You might want to tell them about Steve, Jarvis, and Larry.
Oh, the scullies.
No, Carrion has told us this story before, hasn't he? About the skulls that he wears, about where they came from.
I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
They broke in while Mum was away,
Right.
and I'm not entirely sure what I did to them, but I killed them. And when I came to, they were just bones.
Did they threaten you at all?
Yeah,
Well, they deserve that.
but it made me scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, as it would.
How old were you at this point? Were you a child or?
I was 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Kid.
But it made me scared in a very particular way. I was scared that I would get to experience everything that life had to offer. And so I kind of decided there that I would start studying necromancy because I want to become a lich.
Oh!
Yep.
And I know that many of you probably don't like that and probably hate that.
If there's I need to wrap my head around this, but is there a reason why you want to be a lich? Like, what is your outcome out of this if you were to become one?
Because there aren't many ways to live long enough to see everything. I want to see everything. I want to experience everything. I want to live, and I don't know of another way to do it. Because even if I were to learn other forms of magic, I know there are some magical practices that let you live a long time, but not as long as a lich can.
Pause there. John,
Yes, hello.
with the knowledge of the knowledge of being living in Neverwinter in their life, or anything, would Cherish would know about any kind of very well-known liches in her life of history and growing up?
Dax would be asking similar questions.
And also, like, what would happen as a lich? Because my question would be is, if Carrion becomes a lich, would he not remember who he is?
I mean, out of character for the table stuff, like, my understanding is that in the rules as written or in the thing, like, liches are inherently evil and have to, like, kill people to maintain being a lich.
I'm asking.
Well, I don't know if that's...
Do we know any well-known liches, including the you-know-who guy? And the other guy.
The other one.
The very, very jungly one.
You might
The
have
one-
heard of him
What's his name again? Oh, fucking hell.
as Syriac.
a Syriac, and then of course we've got Vecna, but do we
You
really know about
wouldn't
Vecna?
have heard really of Vecna.
No, nothing about Vecna so far as acknowledging wise or history-wise correct from Cherish.
No. You may have heard vague stories of things like the hand of Vecna, the eye of Vecna, like you'd know maybe the name if it came up, but you wouldn't necessarily immediately associate lichdom with him.
Right.
A Syriac is what reasonably well known in Faerun at this point because of the death curse.
Yeah. Do we know any other liches that maybe that Cherish might have fought before while she was in the militia of Neverwinter?
You may have heard of other undead, but you are unlikely to have ever fought a lich at Neverwinter.
Because you died.
Because you wouldn't have
I would have
survived the
died.
encounter.
But she knows, but wouldn't acknowledge what a lich is, though.
But you would know what a lich is. You'd know the vague details of a what a lich is, what it means to be a lich.
Would lose memory and no longer looking at yourself being one.
I don't think you'd know that. If that is a thing that happens, I don't think that would be a thing that you would know.
Okay. Well, but she will speak up. So, like, what's this guy name again from Chel? Gotta remember it again.
A Syriac.
A Syriac. I was about to say Nezerac, but that ain't the right character. A Syriac. It's like I mean, like the whole deal thing that we've heard about the Syriac guy with the whole death curse thing many years ago. I can understand your point, but is that truly your decision?
What do you mean?
Like, I can understand, like, you just want more things in your life and live longer enough to keep acknowledging things. From what I heard about a Syriac, my worries about is that will you always be yourself when when you become a lich?
Well, yeah, you stay yourself. It's just that because that's the main point of my research, and what I'm looking for is I know that many liches do become evil because many of the ways to become a lich require evil deeds. I'm trying to find a way that I don't have to do that. I'm trying to find a way that I can become a lich without sacrificing who I am.
Is that possible?
I don't know, but I knew that in Icewind Dale there was a lot of the ruins of Netheril, and maybe they had something. Maybe they knew something. And obviously, that's why I wanted to speak to the Red Wizard, because they know a lot about necromancy. I know many of them are evil, but maybe there's a few that aren't, and maybe there's a few that. And I know that not all of them are.
Mumsy pipes up. I know that not all of them are. I
want to say something real quick. AJ. Amy.
Mm-hmm.
AJ, you'll notice, because you're cuddling with Cheryl, you'll notice she started kind of shaking.
Yeah, AJ would notice that.
And like kind of squeeze. Feels like a little bit of a squeeze, but it isn't like as in with anger. You can easily see it on her face. It's like worry.
Yeah.
Immediately worried. Like anxiety worried.
Mumsy will get up off of the bed and goes to stand next to Carrion. and then turns to look at you all. I know it's hard to believe, but we're not all evil. And the colour drains from her hair. Her skin becomes taut, her hands skeletal.
Oh.
I'm a lich.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
So, how, with you as a lich, how is your lifestyle then? Because you can see that she's kind of broken up. So I was like, what is your lifestyle like? How is your life in a way as a lich? Like, what do you do?
How do you prolong your life?
Yeah.
I'm just imagining Cherish pulls out a clipboard and puts on some glasses. So, how is your life as a...
Yeah, she's kind of like, once she's scared for Carrion, but at the same time she's like intrigued. Like, is this is this possible?
I should probably start at the beginning. I didn't seek this out. I honestly couldn't tell you how it happened. I was an apprentice to a wizard named Silas Lynchfield. He was seeking this out, experimenting with ways to achieve lichdom. He invited me and his other students to something at his lab in the swamp, and he used me as the subject for one of his experiments. He sought to take my life and sacrifice it to achieve lichdom. But it went wrong.
Oh.
And now he's gone. And she kind of gestures. Ta-da!
So it just went reverse? Like, it just did a switcheroo?
He must have got the runes backwards or said something wrong. I don't know.
How long ago was this?
I lived in that tower for several decades. I trained myself with his extensive library. I'd chase people away from the tower to try and protect them from the experiments and things that he'd left behind. But people started to spread rumors that there was a witch or an evil sorcerer living in the tower. And people ended up leaving various things at the edge of the swamp to appease this evil creature. Food and clothing, precious items, even live animals. I had quite a collection of pets over the years. And then one day, where they left the offerings, there was a bluish-white tiefling. Somebody had left a baby with stubby little wings. I did my best to hide this from him as he grew up. But eventually I saw little point in trying to stop him from learning. He had quite a talent for necromancy, and after Steve, Jarvis, and Larry, I worked out that I really needed to teach him to channel that so that he could control it. and to hide away the things that others might be scared of. But now he needs to walk his path. And Silas didn't make enough notes about how to do this without being evil. It just sort of happened to me, and yeah.
So you don't have to do anything to keep living.
I have a phylactery that, as long as it's maintained, it's in the tower. As long as it is maintained, I keep going.
What needs to be done to maintain it?
It needs to be kept clean. The spells need to be cast on it every once in a while. It can't be destroyed, otherwise I don't regenerate.
But you don't have to...
I don't have to sacrifice anything to it.
Yeah.
And it's personally linked up to you, essentially.
Yeah.
It contains a portion of my soul.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're just you.
And I'm just me. Same bubbly, energetic
Mumsy.
Mumsy.
Carrion's just been looking very sheepish and looking at the floor the entire time.
Both been through a lot.
Yeah.
But you've all been through things too.
Yes. That's why I can't really judge Carrion for wanting to do this. I mean, he knows how I feel about it.
It was something like... It's something that did not expect that would happen. I understand the necromancy, but to be a lich, gain more knowledge, didn't expect that to wrap my head around. But the way how you explain it perfectly, it's made me feel a bit more at ease. Are you sure, like, is there any, like, maybe like a spell for immortality or something? Or...
There are spells that you can try to get immortality through, but there's no guarantee they'll work. Just as much as but if anything, it's probably less likely than with lichdom.
Right.
And lichdom doesn't last forever.
Yeah. I said nothing lasts forever, Carrion.
It will grant you extended life.
It gives him enough time.
It will give you the time to do what you want. But even then, if the phylactery is destroyed,
If what you want, Carrion, is to know everything and see everything and experience everything, you still won't get that with this.
But it's my best shot.
I would say, come to terms with the fact that you are mortal. And that's not inherently a bad thing.
If it's what you really want to do and you're sure.
I mean, I'm not looking to do it now. And I know I probably not explained it I'm not looking to just find the knowledge and immediately do it. I'm like just so I have the knowledge, so that when I get older, I can then do it if I feel it's right. I mean, I think I know it's right. I think it's what I should do. But I'm looking for near the end more than now.
I mean, as well, you don't know when the end's going to come. Yeah, 60 years might go by, and you're old, but especially what we do, you could, not that I want this to happen, but you could get killed tomorrow by a dragon or a owl bear or.
But if I'm not,
I thought Carrion, I know we think you just want to learn and know things, and that's a noble aim. But, a lot of people start off with very noble aims and seek power and knowledge and things, and it doesn't always lead to good things. And they're not bad people at the beginning. Like the wizard who experimented in your mother, maybe they had a similar original drive to just they wanted to learn and know, and it drove them to do bad things.
but I still want the knowledge. Just so ever since that day with these three, touches the skulls, I've just been so scared. And I want the option to stay if I want to stay.
I get it.
That's what you... If that's what you want to do, need to do, as long as you don't lose yourself in the process, that would be okay.
Most of the examples of things I know like this, the people are thoroughly evil and do bad things. The one example that you've given us with your mother, people died to make that happen. And no one knows how it happened, but people still died. Obviously, it's not ongoing. I know that's not what someone died, and that's how it happened. And that's the best example. Still took the death of other people.
A voice comes to your head, Dax.
There's
always a price.
I'm going to sort of think back and go, don't listen in to my conversation. Okay.
We've had words about this, Mom.
Yeah, boundaries.
Mom, jeez, can you stop?
Mom, stop reading my mind. Oh,
sorry, but this is interesting.
My question is, does fucking Dawn comes in the conversation as well?
The various extremely powerful magical entities we're connected to that we have in this party.
I don't know why, but the mental image I've got of Dawn is just like Cheshire Cat. There's just a grin somewhere.
just
Dawn,
bastard
in Moss's hammock.
The Dawn you are expecting is busy right now.
And Carrion, once you know everything, what then?
then I'll either keep working to try and make the world better, try and research things and new magics and things, or, as Mother said, if it's usually linked to a phylactery. Then I stop upkeep.
And when you do this, there will be people in the world who inherently will try to harm you, try and stop you.
I know.
Would you hurt them to stop them?
No.
I would like to think at least one of us would be there to help you.
I understand if nobody understands, apart from AJ does. I just thought you all should know.
Well, put it this way on my end. I was a skull. In the kind of sense. And dying isn't pleasant. I can see why you'd want to stay alive. And if you are seriously committed to this, and if on the worst chance you do lose yourself, I would try and find who you were again.
Little smile.
Smile back.
Tax, you just hear again. Tell him to talk with us.
Like, absolutely not. I've told you before, everyone in this party is like off limits to any deal.
Spoil sport.
Carrion.
We're not angry. We're just disappointed.
Carrion, I think when creatures live too long, that's when, like, whatever else you are, Carrion, you've always been like quite a kind person. And I think that's, because you have empathy with people, you can, you don't want people to be hurt. If you live for 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 years, and you become this incredibly knowledgeable, powerful being, will you still see the other people around you the same way?
I would try. I mean, obviously Mother hasn't lived as long as that, but she still has empathy.
But how old are you? If you don't, I know you're not meant to ask people that, but
you look round and you see that Remora has, at some point between when she finished her conversation and now, reverted back to the young-looking, ginger-haired woman. I lost count at around a century. I think.
I have met some very long-lived beings, and they can have some very odd perspectives on things. And other beings who aren't quite as long-lived.
Awkward silence.
In my role as the DM for this moment, I'm going to say, Jeff, is there anything you'd like to add to this conversation?
I full forgot Jeff was
What was the name of the sorcerer again who did this to Mumsy?
Silas. Silas
Lynchwood?
Lynchfield.
Linfield.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
I don't know, I just think you're just there trying to take it all in, really.
Well, shit.
Pretty much.
And I'm sorry that I didn't tell you all sooner.
It's a complicated conversation topic to bring up, as I'm sure you'll understand.
It's a conversation starter.
It's one of those things where you want to have a certain level of trust for people before you tell them, but then that trust feels like, from your perspective, it could feel like it's based on deception or hiding things. So it's a sort of like, you can't win in that situation. You're upfront with people you can't trust, or you hide things from people you think you can trust until you can. But this is a pretty big secret. Like, this is, no offense, AJ, your secret to bit in this shade, your other stuff.
Okay.
I wasn't aware this was a competition.
Dave, Carrion may have stolen your mysterious past life thunder in.
Right.
Son of a bitch.
AJ sets off to go find a darker backstory for themselves.
I'm gonna go kill the Drow Queen.
And I also kick puppies.
Well, I think, Carrion, this was very brave for you to tell us. And I'm proud of you.
Remora,
Yes.
would you advise someone, a person, to seek Litston? Being perhaps the unique position of someone who has it and didn't seek it and has managed to maintain their self.
I would be concerned about losing him along the way, but it's what he wants. And who am I to stand in the way of... I just get worried about him.
You can't always get what you want. Sometimes you
But
shouldn't get what you want.
Sometimes it's the searching for what you want, you find what it is that you actually need.
Yeah. Carrion, I can already think of an example when your pursuit of this knowledge put other people in danger. I don't think this is a good path to go down.
What did I miss?
Dax's
Remora's
opinion.
Dax's voice and opinion to Carrion, I see.
Not everyone. Yeah. It's
Okay.
like when I worked with my mum, I met a lot of people and they would ask for longer life, I dare say, immortality and things, and sort of things like what my mum said to us. There's always a price that has to be paid. And usually people weren't too happy about having to pay it when that bill came due. I can't really think of happy endings to any of those people Or typing.
When he says that, I think AJ would sort of like nod very slowly to it. With that sort of implication of like, he definitely hears Dax and definitely acknowledges that opinion.
That if nothing else, it is an opinion.
This is certainly a trust circle. I understand.
I wouldn't want you to lose yourself. And it seems like, looks to Carrion's mum. It looks like she's a one-off. And we don't understand the mechanics. I suppose trying to find some of the knowledge maybe isn't a bad thing, but maybe there's some protections or something that, I don't know, can be put in place if someone was to get this knowledge and use it in the wrong way, you know? I don't know what the mechanism for that would be. I don't know how you would... Surely people with a lot of power would find out. They have a way of getting into things from what I understand of them.
Out of character, sure. On the way Carrion wears his skull, is it like around the collar?
Yes, I believe it is.
Yeah. Okay. Carrion, what happened to you when you were 10 was terrible, but you've literally been carrying around that fear.
Carrying around. Sorry.
Not the time. Inappropriate. You've been carrying around that fear and trauma and awful events, like literally for years and years and years. That can't be good for a person.
Well, now comes a point that I haven't actually consulted John on, so I'm going to hope he's all right with this. I have a reason why I carry them around.
Okay.
You might have noticed I don't have a grimoire book.
Oh.
I hadn't, but...
Sorry, go.
Kind of takes off the middle one. This is my grimoire.
The skull's grimoire.
When I study a spell and all that, I transcribe it onto the parchment, and then I just pop it inside. And when I consult my grimoire, in case the skull, it whispers my spells to me.
I was going to put his head in his hand. Just like, that was not reassuring. The skull of a person you killed in self-defense.
Turns to John out of character. I hope that's okay, John.
Works for me.
Yep.
That being said, yeah, we really need a group therapist.
Yeah.
It was like a side effect. I don't know. Like I don't know what I did to these three. I don't know. So it's a side effect of whatever I did. Kind of maybe bound energy to them.
I mean, you don't know. Is that skull, is the soul of that person still attached to that skull? And if it was, would that one be helping you?
Meryl, please be careful.
I mean, I don't think he'd help me if it was him.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking maybe he's not helping you. Maybe.
But he's storing all my spells.
For what? Yeah, but for what purpose?
Storing the spells. That's how he does his spells.
I don't know. It's just the way it happened. And yeah.
Is part of this a means to research what you did do that day?
I mean, that's what I've been doing as well, with researching necromancy and things, is to try and find out what I did. But at the same time, like I said, I want to know how to become a lich in case I decide that I need more time. Not just to find out what I did, but like I said, to just do what I need to do and see what I need to see.
Well, from where I stand, you know where I stand, but I can't really object to what you're doing because I too have, quote unquote, lost myself. And I've chosen not to go back to that self, and that has benefited me. But I am aware there is concern that this may not benefit you in that regard. Because I don't think any of us here want to see you turn evil. But there is my view. If you want to do this, I believe you should do what you believe in. Just nods affirmatively.
Then that try and talk to his mums again and just say, like, is this something you could do?
We could assist.
Okay. Carrion, I've just communicated with my mum, and if you want to do it, let's go right now. We'll do it.
Right now!
Yeah, right now. We'll go and we'll, they'll come here or whatever, but we'll make it happen.
But your mothers will want something iffy.
They'll want something, yeah.
But they'll want something iffy.
Well, I don't think you're gonna. There's not a way to get what you want and not do something iffy. And at some point, you'll think, well, I've got to do something a bit iffy. But when I know all this good stuff, I can help people. So maybe doing that iffy thing is okay in the long run.
I'm trying to find a way that isn't iffy. I know there will be a cost. I'm fully aware there'll be a cost. I'm not a moron. As much as everyone likes to think I am, I'm not a moron.
Carrion, you're clearly the cleverest one in the group.
Yeah, you're more brainy than all of us here.
Right.
If anything,
And,
I'm
like,
probably the more dumber one here. Second to Snicket.
Snickert's not dumb. And I think safe for Snickert and perhaps for yourself sometimes, Carrion. Especially with Snickert, excuses have been made for things that shouldn't have happened. But I think, it's just Snickert being Snickert. No offense, Snickert. Some offense. You did kill half the party. But, okay. And the reason I was so angry with Snickert was because he's not stupid, he's not dumb, and he can know better. And you're not dumb. I know you're not dumb. But, this is there's so many steps along the way of where this could go horribly wrong for you and other people. And it would mean like in every single step you would have to resist it. You'd have to be unbelievably strong. And it's not that I'm doubting you. I don't know if anyone could do it.
I appreciate your mother's offers. But they would offer the easy path that would lead to more evil deeds. They would want something, and I don't mean to insult them, I don't mean to cast
No, go ahead.
questions upon them, but they would want something in return that is inherently bad. Where with my research, if I can find an answer by searching, and even if it takes the rest of my life, even if I don't find it, I could then know that I tried to do it my way.
We like him. Tell him our offer is open.
I'm going to come back and go, yeah, I wasn't going to stick with that. That was a ploy in my head to present Carrion with the option and see what would happen.
When his hope has run out.
Yeah. But as I
let
say,
him
leave him
know
alone.
we will still be here.
No, I won't be doing that.
I'm just loving the idea of Dax having this bickering argument with his mothers.
Yeah. Carrion,
I like his moxie.
He does have a lot of moxie. Carrion, I also don't understand what's the point of this. You get all this knowledge, and then what?
Then I have it.
So then all this risk.
If I could find the answer I seek, and was then able to experience what I want to experience, and get the knowledge I want to get, and find out and find everything, and know everything, I could teach. I could teach people forever, and it would be new people every time, and there would be people learning everything they need to know and want to know. And by all means, I wouldn't teach them the evil things. I wouldn't teach them that. I would not ever disclose that.
Then why do you get to make that decision? Like, it was okay for you to learn it, but not anyone else.
I'm not looking for evil. And like I said, I don't want... If there is literally no way to gain lichdom and not do something evil, I will not do it. But if there's a chance, And by all means, if there is a chance to gain it and not become evil and not have to relinquish yourself to that, then by all means, I would teach it to select people who I know wouldn't abuse it. The full vetting system, everything.
Carrion, you said sort of take my mum's offer would be the easy option, okay? And that would be a bad thing. I think your idea of that you can just sort of learn this and then not be a negative cost to anybody else, that's an easy option. That's the option that does not admit the reality of what
I'm
you.
not saying that there won't be a sacrifice, or there won't be some cost.
Yeah, but not just to you.
Then I wouldn't do it. Like I said, I wouldn't want to have to commit any evil act to do it.
Yeah, but what's evil? Like
Killing,
people,
unnecessarily killing, sacrificing, siphoning people's souls, whatever. I don't care. I wouldn't want to do it.
well, Zach, at this point, I think he's just going to say, "Well, I've given you my opinion," and he's going to leave the room.
Carrion is going to slump to the floor, back against the wall.
Oh, God. Do
I knew
you
it. I knew everyone would understand.
Church will get out of bed.
just
And-
having a nap?
Church just came out of bed just to cuddle up with the ruffles. Came out of bed.
Yeah.
And just goes towards Carrion and said, "Look, I am with you all the way. Because if this is what you wanted and this is what you truly feel in your heart, knowing fully well it's going to be a crazy road to go down to, but I'm with you." Okay?
He's kind of looking at the floor, but he does kind of tear up a little.
Don't ever think that you're alone, and don't ever think you're Amari, because you are the most brainiest of brains I have ever met in my life. And most of all, you have a heart of gold. Cuddles him.
I will also come and cuddle him if he is not too overwhelmed.
He is not overwhelmed.
Cuddles too.
All the cuddles. All of the cuddles.
Man. What's the time of day, by the way?
It would be middle of the morning.
Oh, never mind. So we can't sleep on this. Tell you
11 a.m. Go to bed. Sleep with it.
Just get up. Get up. Bombshell. Bed.
Yeah. We're all
Midday nap.
tired.
Let's have second breakfast. But I'll tell you what. I can tell that emotions are high right now. So if anybody needs a break, to themselves, we should take it. Maybe we should all afterwards just go out together.
Let's get wasted.
Not so much more just we haven't really gone out unless there's been a big discussion or we're planning something. Let's just
I mean, the
go and have fun as friends.
Perhaps the place where we're going to go might be a while to get to.
As friends.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, as in, that'll be the last thing.
Hmm.
So, this will be nice to do this as friends,
Yeah.
as a family.
Oh.
Do you know what's really annoying? Brem's not here with us.
Yeah.
Curse him! No, I'm joking. Oh, sorry,
Well-
Cat. Sorry, Mel! Oh, sorry!
We don't have Broom, but we have the rest of us. Is Mumsy still there?
Mumsy's still here. She's looking a little bit awkward off in one corner of the room at the moment.
Do you want to come with us, Mumsy? Sorry, I forgot your real name.
Remora.
Mumsy's
Remora, that's-
fine. But, yes, I'm Remora.
Yeah, this is fine.
Yes,
Well, I
if
think
I'm-
we might do.
If I'm welcome.
Absolutely.
I mean, at this point, I don't think we've got enough mother figures in our lives, so I think it's okay for you to call you Mumsy, right?
Yes, it would be very nice. I've not had a lot of interaction with people that knew the truth. Shall we go downstairs and plan it and leave?
Yes.
She looks round at Carrion and whispers into AJ's ear. Is it Carrion and Moss? And whispers into AJ's ear at a volume that the microphone will pick up. Is it Carrion and Moss?
I did hear it the first time. I was trying to think of something.
I couldn't quite tell if the microphone had heard it.
It's a work in progress.
So shall we leave them alone to see how things go?
I've been trying, but yeah, they might need to do it again.
Come along. And she shoos AJ and Cherish and Snicket out of the room, very unsubtly leaving Moss and Carrion behind. And you can hear her going down the corridor talking about the dance number from earlier.
Yeah. Carrion's still just sitting on the floor. Kind of looks up kind of very nervously towards Moss, suddenly realizing that he's alone.
Moss is still sat cross-legged on the bed and is she's almost not really noticed that the others have gone because she's deep in thought, trying to piece together a way that, from the knowledge that she's got, which is very limited, whether there's a way that they could keep things safe, or there are things to put in place. She's kind of furrow-browed, looking around the room, just looking for answers.
Heavy concentration face.
Yeah. There's maths equations floating around, and
It'd be good though if in this room there was a book on the shelf and it was Listen Made Easy, and that'll be a hell of a thing.
How to Never Die for the Good Guys.
Friendly Jacob's Book of Friendly Necromancy.
How not to be an evil lich.
Yeah. Non-evil lichdom for dummies.
John, out of character,
Yes.
how much would Moss know about the sort of age length of different races, different species?
You'd probably know the very basics. Elves and Eladrin live for a couple of centuries. Dwarves live for slightly less than that. Gnomes for slightly longer than dwarves. Most others live for about a century.
Where
with
did
the exception of
tieflings sit in that?
typically without violent intervention or accident, about a century.
Okay. And I'm assuming that Moss is relatively certain now, in the fact that she didn't lose her memory on the way back out, that she must be longer lived.
Yes.
And is kind of convinced and settled that she is Eladrin because she's seen the colour shifts.
Yes.
Okay. Carrion.
Mhm.
I don't know how long I've got being Eladrin and all of the jumping about, the, half-elf transition. I don't even know where to start to figure out what kind of timeline I'm on. But as long as I'm around, and as long as you promise to, and you can see she's really trying to find the proper words. As long as there's a plan for if the worst happens, and you promise to make sure to share the information that you have with us, with me, no secrets. Then okay. But if the worst happens and you can't stay you can't stay the good that you are, I need to know how to stop you. Just in case. I wouldn't want to have to. And I really hope it wouldn't come to that. But I'd hope that you now would understand. And you wouldn't want to be that either.
I wouldn't. But it's the one thing other than dying too early that I'm scared of. That's why I kind of didn't. I kept it away. Because I thought that if I tried to kind of not burden anyone with it, because then if I did it and I turned, people wouldn't find it hard to try and end me. Because I wouldn't want to be that. I can try and think of something, some way to guarantee it. And I don't know, because I don't know enough yet, but I can try. I wouldn't want to hurt any of you. I wouldn't want to hurt as much as Dax doesn't trust it and doesn't trust me. And as much as Snicket is just chaotic, but still good at heart. And Cherish, she's just found us the siblings, so I wouldn't want her to be hurt. And AJ's been through so much, and you, I would never want to hurt you. There's no other way. As I said, if there's no way I could do it without, if there's no way I can do it without having to change or turn evil or do evil deeds, I wouldn't want to do it.
I fear that the certainty that you're looking for can't be found.
I know.
I hope it's not the case. But the one certainty that I want from you is that you will keep us in the loop, and you will make sure that before you make any decisions, we know what the options are should it go wrong. That's all I ask.
I promise. I won't hide anything. I'll tell you all everything. Everything I learn, everything I've researched, everything. I'll tell everything.
Okay.
And I won't try anything. I won't try anything without consulting everyone else.
Okay. I trust you.
Thank you. So, I know this is a really bad time, but I think I like you. I know. I'm not very good at deciding good times for this stuff, but I feel I should tell you now, since I'm getting things out in the open, and while I have some confidence to do it. But yeah, I thought I'd let you know. You don't have to reciprocate or anything like that, and I'm not trying to force you on anything, and just thought you know.
Moss has blushed ever so slightly. Today is a lot. But I like you too.
Sorry, it was the squeal.
It was from me. I do apologise.
The ship is sailing, apparently.
I've just read what Amy's written in the Discord.
I should really do that thing.
Cool. He's bright blue. Sits, stands back up, walks awkwardly to the bed and just sits next to, and kind of very, very awkwardly just holds your hand.
Moss will take your hand, and she looks Carrion in the eyes for a minute, and then just smiles and rests her head on his shoulder. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. You helped me find who I was and came with me to the Feywilds without any knowledge of what might happen, of whether you or any of us would remember. And I appreciate that. And I should make sure that I've made that clear to the others too.
I'm sure they all know. I mean, you can make it clear to them anyway.
It'll be a puzzle. But that's no different than I was. So I can't judge. We'll just go carefully.
Yeah. Like I said, I'll make sure to tell you everything.
Yeah.
Squeeze his hand.
Downstairs, Remora has a tankard of milk and just looks over at AJ sat opposite them. Maybe they're kissing now.
Oh my god.
Mom!
Do you-
Oh, damn,
That's
Mum.
so.
I mean, he's always been so handsome. Maybe they're kissing.
I feel like he wouldn't say anything unless I was hidden in a bush, being like, yeah, you can do it. So it's a nice warm up. Maybe he's
You just-
rehearsing. He's
You
completely
can just hear
oblivious.
you can just hear like Shara's just like proper like snorting at this point. It's like giggling, snorting, and everything.
So
I'm gonna go find Dax. Quickly.
you're saying it's like that play where the the dwarf hides and the elf takes love advice from him. The dwarf with a big nose.
Something like that, but I don't think I could pull off being a dwarf. This is why we need Brim.
we need Brim to be our dwarf with a big nose.
Yeah. I hope things work out for them. They deserve it.
Has she, last time I was here, we found out I didn't get much time to speak with her, but, she had some pretty in-depth revelations. Has she... Obviously, Carrion told the story of going to the Feywild, but she's okay?
Now, here's the thing. People in this team have a habit of asking her if she's okay. I'm the only one who seems to not do that, because I just assume that asking that question over and over again would make somebody not okay. So the correct answer is, I don't have a fucking clue.
Oh, so I've asked the one person if she's okay who doesn't ask her if she's okay?
Exactly.
I've read the room wrong.
To be honest, from personal experience and group experience, I've learned to believe that if somebody says they're okay, they're probably not, or something's going on. I think she will be okay.
Hopefully they can be okay together.
Yeah. Because if I'm okay with Carrion, that means she's definitely okay. I'm sorry. Right. Just out of character, I need to explain a meme real quick. Some of my friends have like 3 characters. 2 of them are a couple, and one of them is like the awkward third wheel. My friend once drew a picture of them, the couple being together really cute, and then in the background you just see the other character outside in the rain just putting his hand on the window. That is what AJ is with these 2.
And our friend Steve.
AJ is Steve.
It's okay, Steve.
No, you found out my real name.
They just make a move on Remora, I think.
What, me?
Really, yes, make things really complicated. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Carrion calls me stepdad now.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like Sean's dad from Shaun the Dead.
Yeah. God. Well, point being, I just hope everybody's okay.
I'm not. Literally.
I don't
hope
think
everyone will be
Cherish
okay.
is.
I think we shall treat Cherish to cake, because that really worked well for me.
I'm fine. What are you guys talking about? I mean, she's not there, but she's currently trying to find Dax.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Wait.
wherever
No,
Dax
no,
and Cherish are,
I was just about to rizz her up. God.
Well, originally my plan that like Zach was going to be in like the bar downstairs, but like on the table by himself. But we'll change that because then that's going to get awkward. But yeah, we'll just say, I don't know, maybe outside. You go outside, some fresh air.
Cherish will find him and see him and go up to him, say, "You okay?"
No, I'm not.
That's still fair enough.
You know, if Carrion had told us this on like the day I met him,
Yeah.
it would have had a very different outcome.
It would be. I think I would have felt the same.
Now, I don't know if that means what if that's good or bad or what, you know, like, but that's how it is. I think would have had lit chalked up pretty much in my head as always bad.
Same here. Like, I've dealt with undead, but I've also dealt with, like, I heard about the Lich and Chol and the Death Curse and how damaging that was. But
And you hear stuff, and some of it's true, and some of it's just wild stories and exaggerations, and
exactly. But this is Carrion we're talking about here.
But nobody starts off being a monster. Nobody starts off thinking they're the bad guy, apart from a couple of people in D&D world too. Everything. No one's the bad guy in their story, and Carrion's desire here is, but I'm not going to, when I say this, it's a selfish one.
Yeah.
And he's risking a lot, and not just for himself, for that selfish desire.
Yeah. I know, but he's our friend. Sometimes if it's his choice, but he knows for a fact that not what he's doing isn't of evil intent or malice of intent.
Well, I heard an expression once. The road to the 9 hells is paved with good intentions.
Yeah.
You think of the bad people in this world, the people we fought even. I'm sure they might have had good intentions. They might have thought they were only doing what was necessary and important.
Yeah.
I think the desire to be a lich, for whatever reason, is extremely dangerous. And I think to do it to acquire all knowledge is also extremely dangerous.
Yep.
And
You cut out. I did not what you said.
I don't know. Not be corrupt. I don't know if anyone could not be corrupted by what he's trying to do, either by becoming a lich or knowing everything.
Well, we've met many people. Well, we acknowledge certain people who are with of many knowledge and seem to be the greatest people we know of. And we met his mother, and then she's completely herself.
Yeah. I'm not wanting to cast aspersions on the mother. She seems a very nice person. We've met her twice. For an hour.
Yeah.
Do you want to bet? How much do you want to bet on a person you've known for an hour?
I'll take my chances.
And like I said before, there's been an example of Carrion doing something in pursuit of this knowledge that had a bad outcome. So the test that I'm imagining that's coming forward, he might already have failed it.
How about this? We just keep supporting what Carrion do. He has said himself he might not just do it, he might do it in the future when he's ready for it. It's not happening now. So in the meantime, let's just be Carrion's friend. And who knows what the future brings. Some of it will be different, some of it will be changed. Some of it might stay the same, but we don't know what would happen in the future. But in the present now, Carrion's our friend. He has helped us as we have helped him. There's no ill will whatsoever with him. No malicious stuff to happen.
I don't necessarily disagree. I just like I said, he's worn those skulls for years. What, as a child being attacked, like that doesn't strike me. And again, we're all guilty of this sort of thing. That doesn't suggest good decision making.
But he's not. The fact that he was taught in a way that is still safe and, not in the hands of being evil. And he's just doing what makes him feel right. As we all are here doing it. I mean, the fact is that who he is, in my opinion, it's no different to majority of us here at the moment of wanting, going for our goal. And who we are naturally. I wouldn't be surprised, right, if a lot of people, the fact is that when I heard you had your mothers are hags, I was very wary. And who you are made me very wary. But look at us now. Me with my partner being Dawn as the Archfey. And a lot of people would probably think I've been influenced by him to do it. Which I'd done it in my own free will. And when my day comes, when I get a little bit older, I want to move back in the Fae with him. And live there for my eternal life. The rest of my life, to be exact. But, not a lot of people would agree with it.
Well, if it was just about what's going to happen to Carrion.
Whatever's going to happen to Carrion, I'm going to be there for him for whatever happens, as too many people will as well. My question is, are you going to be at the end with us when it happens? Whether it goes good or it goes bad. But from what, I'll tell you this, that I was really worried. I was frightened for him because of what he wanted. And from what I've heard, I was scared that that was going to be the case, that we will lose him forever. But knowing his mother, of what happened to her and how she is and who she still is, it makes me hope that he's going to be okay. If there is a solution of him wanting to become a lich in a way that is a safer route than not harming anybody, we should just let him. It's his choice. It's his way.
I think either of us would say that because Carrion is a kind, gentle person often, that means bad thing. He can't led to a place for doing bad things. I think we all. If you said in that room that you wanted to be a list, I would have the same concerns. I'd be quite confused, but I just like if it was Brim and was like left, like I'd still be like it's and I leave aside the stuff about the list. The thing of like when he has all the knowledge and he'll teach people the right things and the right people. He gets like it seems too much.
I understand that.
What if
We appear to have lost you again,
could live
Richard.
the life?
Yeah, you've cut out quite a lot there, Richard.
We got to what if.
Oh God! Okay, so I'm having now. Well, anyway, I'm concerned.
That's understandable. Like, we are all concerned about him. Like, don't get me wrong thinking that I do fully support him, but I always will know that I will always be concerned and worried for him. It's no different for you or AJ or Brim or Snicket or Moss or anyone else for that matter.
But
You're my family.
I'm not just concerned for him. I'm concerned for what his actions could lead to for other people.
That depends on if you want to be prepared for it and be prepared for it to when it happens.
Yeah.
Which I think other people would be prepared for it.
Yeah. Do you want to try and stop a wizard who is powerful enough to make themselves a lich?
If the path of him to become a lich to the point where it has become malevolent, in a way where he lost himself completely as himself and is no longer a kind person we know, then I will stop him. But if he's become the way how his mother's become, where he's himself and he's able to do all the knowledge that he wants to do, and he's this bubbly, loving self, and he still is our friend, I'm not going to stop him. And just let him do what he wants to do. Let him continue with his life. And that is where I will be for. My question is that what you will do? Will you be there when will you be able to stop him like I would stop him if he's no longer Carrion, but becomes someone different?
I'm not just talking about the will to do it, the will to see it through. I mean, a wizard that powerful, if I shoot him with an arrow,
like if he gets too powerful for all of us can stop him, well,
yeah.
I don't know. We haven't got there yet, have we?
No.
Snicket. Sorry.
Hello.
He's alive!
Where are you during this conversation?
I'm probably sat at a table filling my face and turning over my mind the fact that we've got one person in the party who doesn't want to accomplish our goal. We've got another person in the party who wants to become some fiendish undead creature. This is in his mind, some fiendish undead creature. So he's looking around and thinks he's fast running out of people he can rely on.
Oh no.
while looking out the window and contemplating these thoughts, and I realize that this is a great time to do this as we're about to hit an advert break. You spot about a dozen humanoids stood just on the outskirts of the city, their cloaks flapping in the wind. They're not making any attempt to approach Bryn Shandar. They're just watching from a small distance past the outer gate.
Are they just like cloaked figures? They're not holding any weapons or anything?
You don't see any weapons visible about their persons.
As I say, do I recognize them or anything about them at all?
They appear to be wearing the garb of the tribal warriors you've heard called the this would be members of the Elk tribe.
Oh.
I'm going to go find Dax.
Okay.
And obviously probably find Dax and Cherish together, and I just like tug on Dax's sleeve and say, those guys over there seem to be taking an interest in things.
Dax and Cherish.
Yeah.
You can both see through the city gate, the northern gate of Bryn Shandar.
Yep.
And a short distance outside of town, you can see a group of about a dozen humanoids. Cloaks flapping in the wind. Watching the town.
This is creepy.
Well, Dax was in a bit of a mood. He's going to walk over towards it.
As they see you approaching, the leader...
Angry, stompy walk.
Following him just to make sure he's not causing any mischief.
I'm having flashbacks to another game where Richard did this angry stompy walk towards some people.
Oh, Richard.
The two of the group split off from the rest, and one of them waves towards you as you approach.
Hey, what are you doing here?
My name is Yenia.
Nice to meet you. Is there a reason why you're here?
This is Hengar. You are the ones known as the Icebreakers?
Yes.
Yes.
Then I come with a dire warning.
Oh dear.
Tigers with ice in their veins come to spill your blood upon the snow. They will do everything in their power to stop you from finding what the Frostmaiden has preserved under the ice. Myself and the members of the Elk tribe wish to ensure your success. We are here to offer you an escort.
Oh.
If you will have us.
Look at
Could we-
that.
Could we do like an inside check? If we can,
Yeah, I'll do an insight check.
One of you may roll me an insight check.
Mine's worse, so I'll give you the boost.
How are you helping him read this person?
I will look at him and say, this is fishy.
Except these guys and
Dax. Hang on a second. Let me roll a dice.
No. Not
Oh,
allowed.
okay. I'm not allowed to roll a dice, apparently.
Gotcha.
So as such, you just failed because
No, Mathrock speedrun.
I need to look up the person's stats anyway. 1 second.
please hold.
Please hold the line, caller. Your call is important to us.
I think Dax is hoping for somebody to fight.
John will be back with the stats of this person after these messages. Have you been attacked by a monkey at work?
Oh shit, I have.
Yes. Yes.
You may be liable for transplantation.
You may be eligible for a small cash hamlet or a large cash settlement.
I have a medium cash village.
No. I could. That would have been the prime opportunity to do an advert from Martin Madrazo.
Cheesy bastards.
He's got a new product now.
He's going up in the world.
You look this figure up and down.
And then down and up.
And then down and up, and then up and down again.
And then side to side.
You can see that he is uncomfortable being this close to the city. This isn't where he normally would be unless things were dire. He believes he's acting in good intentions.
Okay, I'll take that on board. Not a good intention's not allowed there.
He does also, he has confirmed that they will leave if you ask.
Friends, we can't make decisions. Just the three of us. We're only half the group.
Maybe she would let the other guys know real quickly.
We are happy to wait. The time is of the essence.
What's your I've lost words. How much time do we have?
The tiger tribe is coming. It's a ticking clock.
Mm.
So this, when you say tigers, this is like in the way that you are the elk tribe, they are the tiger tribe.
Yes.
So do they have any specific tiger power qualities? Right.
I believe their leader has a pair of... has a saber-tooth pet.
Until that pet becomes Carrion's.
Oh, you'll be Mr. Whiskers.
Cute.
But no, they are human. Mostly.
When you say mostly human,
Yeah.
do you mean they are that most of them are humans, or they are
Most
each one of them is like
are
90%, 80% human? Okay. They're not like
And
mostly
why don't they
human
like
each.
Why don't they like us? Like, why are they opposed to us?
They know what you have. They know what you seek. They want to do everything in their power to keep you from finding that which the Frostmaiden has preserved under the ice.
What? Why are they loyal to her?
Yes,
Ah, okay, right.
unquestionably.
Wow.
Blind faith has a way.
Right, should we head back to the others and explain
Yeah.
Yep.
the new situation?
We head back.
We go back to the tavern. And who's in the main tavern room? Is it still just AJ and Remora having an awkward date?
Not having a date.
Definitely having a date.
They've got a what you call it, a milkshake but with 2 straws in, and they're eating across.
And there's a big plate of spaghetti between them, and
Yeah,
AJ's just nudged the meatball towards them.
yeah.
That's a mother.
I imagine by that point, Moss and Carrion have probably at least started to make a move back towards downstairs.
While holding hands.
Yeah.
Are they still holding hands?
Are we still holding hands?
I was going to say that was up to you.
Damn it! Why'd you make me make a decision?
No.
I'm evil.
Yeah. Carrion's still holding Moss's hand, whether she's holding it back, I don't know.
Yeah, she would.
Yeah. Oh. Shiley comes downstairs.
Carrion 100% is walking first down the corridor.
Walking downstairs.
Yeah.
Comes into common room.
Remora lets out a little squeal.
AJ swallows the straw.
AJ starts
saving the pearls. We've got to save the AJs.
AJ starts choking to death on a straw.
Cherish.
Proceeds to help AJ choke up straw.
I'm fine. I'm okay.
It's fine, it's paper, I just ate it.
I just did it.
So I think the answer is yes, we're all down in the cover.
Yeah.
Dax is going to feel very awkward around Carrion and Remora. It's sort of trying to address everyone without making specific eye contact with anyone. Just say, there's a group of what seemed originally ominous ranger types who say we're in danger, and there's a tribe coming to get us. They're the elk tribe, these guys, and the tiger tribe's going to come and try and kill us. They like what the Frostmaiden's doing.
Yeah, doesn't want us to go and do the thing that we're supposed to do.
Okay.
And they're all like time is of the essence, you know, that sort of thing.
And the elk tribe are trustworthy?
They seem, you know, they seem like good people, but they also said that if we wanted, they're going to provide us with an escort. They want to help us, but if we'd rather they just left, they were happy to go on their way. They weren't going to force the issue or anything.
And you think they're trustworthy?
You believe
Yeah.
them to be trustworthy, Dax?
Yeah,
Nice.
I do.
How many of them are there?
About a dozen.
Well, if you think they're trustworthy, I trust you, Dax.
I'm gonna look at Carrion and see what his emotion is. Is he like, what's yeah, she's gonna go Carrion, like as an insight kind of thing.
Oh.
Is he pulling a face? Is he like,
Is he pulling a troll face?
yeah?
Carrion is not pulling any sort of face. He is sincere and honestly trusting Dax's intuition on what he thinks these people are like.
It did seem a bit passag, I've got to say.
If they're offering to protect us, it would make sense to use that, right? But also, Tiger Tribe, we're leaving here. They know we're here. They're coming here. Could that help with a diversion? Lead them the wrong way? I suppose they know that we'd be going to where we're going.
Yeah, like our ultimate destination, they probably know.
They'll probably try to head us off on the way, or even set up on, like, if I'm not 100% sure of the paths or anything, so it might be that there's like one path to this place and they're just going to set up at like a place they could just ambush us. I don't know, but
Sticking
Out
with
of character. Oh, sorry, you go.
Sticking with them then makes sense. They know the area, I think.
and they live out
Out
in
of
the woods.
character.
Go on, out of character, sorry.
Jeff, do we know the actual physical location of where we need to go next? It's not necessarily the whole route, but we know we need to go to Blah Tower or Blah Island, or...
You know that the Rime of the Frostmaiden that you gathered from the codicil in White is connected to the Redgehead Glacier.
Okay.
You know that it opens a path there.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if they know we're going to the Redhead Glacier, then, you know, they know where we're going. But I would say take these guys with us. Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's the best plan.
Did
They were...
explain to you how big the tiger clan is?
No, but they seemed to think they were dangerous people who could potentially succeed.
I suppose as well, if they have blind faith, as you said, it might be that they have a bit of support on their side too. From, you know, stronger sources. Something convinced them to have faith.
Are all of us ready to go if we needed to?
I think we just need a few minutes to gather our stuff and...
Yeah, I'm not gonna have to let my siblings know what's happening.
Grab some rations. You know, we've not got the
cauldron anymore.
I'm not saying anything.
Remora looks a little bit awkward. Turns to Moss. One of these times when I visit, you and I are going to get some time to chat. But it looks like, again, you've got to rush off and save the world, or at least this portion of it.
Yeah. We'll
Next time.
we'll have a catch up. Thank you for coming all this way to see us, though.
The trip out really isn't a problem. The defences at home do make it a little bit of a pain to get back, but for Carrion, of course. Of course I would.
Yeah. Oh, that's the point. I'm sorry for having to run off again. But holds out Touche the cat.
You found another.
I did, and she was so sweet, and she came up to me and was like really nice, and so I had to look after her, and like she was in this horrible place that was like all abandoned and everything, so I had to take her in.
Well, Touche and I will head home now.
No, Mr. Puddins might like them. We might be friends.
I'll be sure to introduce them carefully.
Yeah.
Good luck, all of you.
Thanks, Mum.
And she slams the staff into the ground and disappears.
Bye, Mom. See.
Take care, Mumsy.
Having a mum sounds cool.
But you have a mum.
I have a mom. She wasn't
No,
great.
No, you have a mum. Points to where
Oh.
he was.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
I'm gonna have to deal with my mum soon.
Carrion, does that mean we're siblings?
We are brothers. Pyrrhus is brother.
Eyes widen like a cat's.
God damn
Because
it,
we are strong brothers like Pyrrhus.
Good brother.
I just keep thinking of fucking Saint 14 when you speak like that, Sean. It's just like he's been now cannily part of his family. You're just gonna be at one point, it's just gonna be Saint 14 in fucking Dungeons and Dragons as part of his brother.
I would love to play Saint 14 in D&D, but I've not figured out a proper way to do him justice yet. Anyway.
So you can't do him. That's Osiris's job, Sean.
Somewhere far to the south, Pyrrhus and Calderax are both having visions of this event, the awkwardness of the conversation about the undead wizard, and the recall of Pyrrhus's brothers.
Pyrrhus brothers.
Somewhere they both shiver.
Shiver. With anticipation. Anybody, let's go pack and then go and save the motherfucking world.
I'm going to quickly say goodbye to my siblings.
Goodbye, siblings.
Take care of yourselves now, siblings.
Before everyone kind of like splits off and anything, Carrion will kind of pipe up with it. I know that the tiger tribe is after us, but would it be an idea to possibly like warn the guards?
Yes, that's where I'm going. Yeah. My brother's at the militia, so I'll be able to talk with the top guard.
Do that thing.
You want to come?
No, I got a pack.
Okay.
Runs off to pack.
You spend about an hour or so making ready to leave, letting your siblings and the militia know what is happening, collecting rations and supplies for the trip, packing
Just
up.
a long arming montage.
Yeah.
Just like someone grabs a sword, someone grabs the bow, someone grabs a handful of rations.
Yeah.
Carrion's still in the background, packing things individually into the case.
And eventually you head off into the wilderness with the 12 members of the elk tribe. And then I need to find the map of Icewind Dale.
Easy. Easy.
It's we do.
Easy. We will never pronounce names properly anymore. Danny.
Don't use that. I always pronounce things correctly.
Whitney. That is known as the witness, but I got
Like-
Whitney.
Yeah, I always pronounce everything correctly. For example, Dax's new fox friend, Mr. Flufflebutt.
What?
It
They have
takes,
a name.
Mr. Flufflebutt.
It takes on your mounts about a day and 7 hours of travel through some of the harsh weather out further to the east than you've been previously. The glacier rises hundreds of feet into the sky, and you are still half a mile away from it at this point. When in cliffhanger format, nearly 24 figures burst out of the snow 60 feet away from you. They're spaced roughly 10 feet apart and begin advancing in a line. Any of the group that has a passive perception of 15 or higher,
Yeah.
I can't remember what my passive perception is.
that is AJ and Dax.
Yes, I do now. Woo!
Come on.
You are not surprised by this ambush.
No.
Normal Tuesday.
Everybody else is going to be surprised by this ambush next time when
Gasp!
On
have
Dragon Ball
loaded
Z.
the map.
Next time on Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
But next time on The
Hang
Walking
on.
Dead,
Next up on The Walking Dead.
Next time.
Ooh.
we'll come back to this ambush from the Tiger Tribe as the Tiger Tribe, led by Queen of the Tigers, Bjornhild Solvigsdottir, and her... No, I'm going to snooze the ad break. Bjornhild Solvigsdottir and her saber-toothed tiger burst out of the snow and charge you.